This is Hurricane Irma, as seen from space early on Thursday. At the time of recording, it's still a Category 5 hurricane with sustained winds of 180 miles per hour. Those winds have already brought devastating impacts to parts of the Leeward Islands, and over the next few days, with Hurricane Irma retaining much of its strength, we can expect further devastating winds and a life-threatening storm surge, as well as flooding from rainfall to impact other parts of the Caribbean. There are 3 hurricanes currently active in the Caribbean: Category 1 Katia, Category 1 Jose, and Category 5 Irma. It's Irma that is currently causing the most concern, as during Thursday it impacts Haiti, Dominican Republic, as well as passing very close later Thursday to Turks and Caicos Islands. Now, as it moves through these islands, there's the threat of hurricane-force winds causing devastating impacts. There's the threat of extensive flooding from rainfall that in some areas could amount to 20 inches. This is the extent of the heavy rainfall. But on top of that, there's the risk, particularly for Turks and Caicos, but also for the north coast of Hispaniola and for Cuba, of a storm surge. Much higher seas than normal, large waves, and a storm surge of 20 feet possible for the Turks and Caicos Islands. And for these low-lying islands, that would cause major impacts. During Friday, Irma moves west-northwestwards, potentially bringing further impacts to Cuba as well as the Bahamas. Again, intense rainfall, hurricane-force winds, and in some locations, a storm surge. It's at this point on Saturday that Hurricane Irma starts to turn. Now, there is a lot of uncertainty in its track as we head into the weekend, which could have big impacts on Florida. The official source for forecast updates will be the National Hurricane Center, and this is the latest, at the time of recording, track of Irma as we go through the next few days. Days 1 to 3 marked by this cone, days 4 to 5 marked by this cone. The size of the cone increasing and shows the range of possibilities, the range of possible locations for the eye of Irma as it moves northwards through the next few days. And very small changes in the forecast could have big impacts as it heads towards Florida, so it's something we are keeping a very close eye on during the next few days. On top of that, there is also Hurricane Katia, which is expected to impact Mexico during the next few days, and Hurricane Jose, currently a Category 1 hurricane with sustained winds of 90 miles per hour. But during the next few days, Jose is expected to strengthen, and it could follow a similar track at first to Hurricane Irma. It is expected to head close to the northern limit of the Leeward Islands, and as it moves that direction, it is likely to strengthen further. However, the strengthening doesn't last too long because winds exiting from Hurricane Irma could disrupt it, and after it passes close to the Leeward Islands, its current forecast track takes it further north again. So there is concern that it will have impacts on the recovery process of the Leeward Islands. But later in the weekend, it's expected to then veer north into the Atlantic, avoiding the rest of the Caribbean and Florida. But again, that's another one we are keeping a very close eye on here at the Met Office.